So even though the Black Ops 4 beta had a lot to offer in terms of the way that the multiplayer played out, and there was a lot of good things and a lot of bad things, but there was one thing specifically that I just absolutely did not like, and they really need to fix this in my opinion before the game launches on October 12th. What is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sal, and welcome back to the channel. So I know I've been posting a lot of Black Ops 4 videos in this channel for the past couple of days, but I just haven't really gotten to speak about everything that I wanted to talk about whenever it came to this game, and that's sort of what I'm going to be doing within this video. Now, at the same time, if you guys haven't checked out my video where I gave my final thoughts over the Black Ops 4 beta, I'll go ahead and leave a card up on screen so you guys can go check out that video if you haven't done so already. And on top of that, Black Ops 4 is bringing a couple of changes based on the feedback that have came from this beta, and I'm going to go ahead and also leave up another card on the screen so you can go to another video that I made as well talking about some of these changes and what's going to be different in terms of those aspects within Black Ops 4 when the game comes out. But anyways, for this video, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the one thing that I just absolutely didn't like in Black Ops 4. I completely hated it, and I really feel like that they need to work on it. And this is not to like spread any hate or anything. This is me trying to give constructive criticism. It's just I'm very passionate about when it comes to something like this, and that is the score streaks. So I've always been an advocate for strong kill streaks or strong score streaks. If you guys have been watching my channel for a couple of months now, you know that score streaks is something that I personally, support a lot. I feel like that Call of Duty is Call of Duty because of these score streaks. Just like how Fortnite is different from other battle royale games because of the fact that you can build in that game, score streaks are the one thing that make Call of Duty different from other first-person shooters out there, because other first-person shooters might have streaks or something along the lines of streaks, but it's not exactly how it works in Call of Duty and how well it works in Call of Duty. But if they're going to make the score streaks weaker, in my opinion, they're really taking 10 steps backwards and not making themselves different from their competitors, especially when they need to do that right now, since Call of Duty is at like the time or age where one more mistake happens, one more terrible game comes out, and the franchise is pretty much dead. So they really need to make these score streaks powerful in order for the multiplayer experience to be, in my opinion, the best that it has been in a couple of years. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the score streaks that were available within this beta. So we had the RCXD, the UAV, the care package, the counter UAV, the Hellstorm, the Lightning Strike, the Mantis, the Sentry Gun, the Attack Chopper, the Strafe Run, the Strike Team, and finally the Gunship, also known as the infamous AC-130 from past games such as Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Now, I'm not really going to talk about streaks too much that are very simple and very straightforward, such as the UAV and the counter UAV, because whenever it comes to streaks like this, they're very straightforward, they're very simple, and quite frankly, it's kind of hard to mess up on a streak like these if you were going to mess up on score streaks. So I'm not really going to talk about them too much, but whenever it comes to stuff like the care package, very straightforward streak again, except it's a little bit more annoying in this game just because of the new care package marker that shows up on the map that allows you to know whether or not you can call it in the specific location of the map or not. And to some people, this got really annoying because it's like taking forever to figure out where they can call their care package in. But the good thing about this feature is that now you don't have to worry about your care package getting stuck on a building or a bridge or any sort of structure that's over your player's head that's going to cause the care package to not make it to the ground. But now in this game, every single time we call out a care package, it's going to land in front of you 100% of the time, which is a great feature that I feel like has been added to the care package. But overall, there are streaks in this game that still work, that still are perfectly fine, but the streaks that I really have a problem with are streaks such as the Mantis, the Sentry Gun, the Strike Team, and to a certain extent, the Gunship. Now, I'll go ahead and explain why I have problems with streaks like these. The Mantis has this issue where whenever you try to control it, for some weird reason, even during weekend 2 of the beta, which is the weekend that they added a patch to make these streaks better, it caused the Mantis to not be able to climb upstairs. Like whenever you yourself as the player want to control the Mantis, for some reason you can't climb up obstacles. Now, I am not sure if the Mantis was designed to where it can climb up like certain areas of certain walls or anything like that. I'm really not sure, but if I wanted to climb up a simple staircase, I wasn't able to do so. Instead, my Mantis would just get stuck and fall right back down. That's not acceptable whatsoever, because forget about trying to go up like a second story of a building. If a player or an enemy player that's in front of you is on a tiny structure that's a little bit more elevated than the ground, you can't make it up there even if you were to climb up a small flight of stairs. Like, I don't know, you guys, the Mantis needs a lot of work. Sometimes even if you don't control it, it just starts to do its own thing, and it kind of just makes the weirdest choices ever. Like sometimes it'll go in one direction and then change directions and go the complete opposite way when it was going the right way to go towards enemies. And like I said, you guys, I don't even know how to explain it whenever it comes to the Mantis. It just needs a lot of work. Now, when it comes to the Sentry Gun, same thing. One, we can't even control the Sentry Gun like we did in past games. So that's like a feature that you removed that kind of made it go one step backwards. And another thing is that it doesn't lock onto enemies as quickly as it should. Like sometimes an enemy could just be standing right in front of the sentry gun and he'll probably get away with it. Maybe his teammates won't, and you know, they might get taken out, but there will be a moment where maybe at least an enemy or two can get past the sentry gun just because of how slow it locks onto targets. And then when it finally comes to something like the strike team, man, I've seen clips on YouTube, on Twitter, where there's a part of the map on Hacienda, right, where the strike team tries to go through a doorway and they just get stuck. Like it starts glitching out and they don't do any work whatsoever. And not to mention, whenever it comes to the strike team, I really don't like how only 2 of them drop into the map. I don't know who said this on YouTube. I remember watching this YouTuber and it was pretty funny because they said it in a funny way, but it's so true. This is a strike team, not like a strike duo, you know, like it's supposed to be at least 3 to 4, you know, members of the strike team coming down rather than just 2. I mean, compare this to a score streak from World War II, the paratroopers. They're pretty much like the strike team, except at least 4 of them come into the map rather than just 2. So I feel like that with the strike team, if at least 4 of them came down and were a little bit more smarter in terms of AI movements, they could be very deadly. But at the moment, I feel like they're not really that worth using, and they really need the most work out of all the streaks that were to offer within this beta. And finally, with the gunship, it's a very powerful streak. It's perfect. It has no issues whatsoever. The only thing I don't like is, I guess, the fact that it kind of becomes useless on certain maps. Now that I think about it, it's not really the score streak's fault. It's just because of the way that some of these maps were designed. There's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of narrow pathways, so it becomes harder for score streaks such as the gunship to work properly. So I guess maybe it's not the score streak's fault, and that it's just the map design that's causing these streaks to not be as powerful. Now, this theory only kind of goes with streaks like the gunship, like the attack chopper, like the lightning strike, because these are streaks that you can't really get inside of and control, that are like in ground level. You know, you're either going to be up in the sky or they're completely AI movement. But whenever it comes to streaks like the Mantis and the strike team, no, those have no excuse. Like, they need to be buffed, they need to be better, especially for how much they cost to earn. Now, before I move on to anything else, I just want to go ahead and re-emphasize this point that I just made, and that is map design. I feel like that when it comes to some of these streaks, they have potential to be powerful, they have potential to be devastating like they're supposed to. It's just the map designs are kind of weak, and that's why I hope that whenever we get the full game, we start to see streaks that are still powerful, but are streaks that can work with some of these tighter, closer end, compacted maps, such as the Talon or the Dragonfire from Black Ops 2, something along the lines of that, where you can kind of control it and make your way through buildings and kind of find enemies that are hiding or anything like that. So I feel like that we need streaks like that more within this game because of the map design, and if they carry this map design throughout most of their maps. And another thing is that I really didn't cover the one thing that I wanted to cover in this video, and that is how I can personally make these streaks better. Like, what do I feel like in my head that I can do if I was in control to make these streaks better? And I kind of want to make a video on that, and I feel like that if I incorporated that within this video, that this video was just going to become way too long and way too boring, frankly. So I'm probably going to make up a follow-up video, just because I didn't expect it to go on for this long, about how I feel like that I can personally improve these score streaks if I was in control. And that's just a fun video that I feel like I can make for you guys to watch and for me, because I just love talking about score streaks. So I love trying to take streaks that aren't as powerful and find ways that, you know, can make them even more powerful, and kind of share those ideas with you guys. So I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing in an upcoming video. That's a follow-up video for this one. But overall, you guys, I don't want to keep this going on for too long. That's pretty much all I have for you. And the reason why I feel like this video was only made for me to talk about which streaks I didn't like is to kind of like put it out there. You know I'm not a big channel yet, and I know that not a lot of people can get exposed to this channel, but I really wanted to voice my opinions on how I felt about these score streaks, and that is that they really do need a lot of work. Score streaks are the one thing that makes Call of Duty different from other first-person shooters. I'm gonna keep saying that over and over again, and I know that we're probably never gonna get to see score streaks or kill streaks like we did back in the days of Modern Warfare 2 and something like that, but I feel like that we can still get powerful streaks like we saw in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. I mean, this is Treyarch, you know? Their past 2 Call of Duty games have had streaks that aren't like crazy like Modern Warfare 2, but still fun to use, and that's kind of what I want to see here in Black Ops 4. But anyways, you guys, that's all I have for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links are always in the description below, and let me know what you guys think about these score streaks. How do you feel like that you can personally improve upon them? Which score streaks did you enjoy using and feel like don't really need a lot of work, and which ones do you feel like that need a lot of work? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and bye.